Good afternoon. How many of you in the audience today have children that attend public schools? I can see that's a lot of you, a lot of hands raising. Did you know that 9 in 10 children attend public schools? Public schools are the heartbeat of cities around our state and our local areas, especially in the rural areas. Our local public schools educate our children while also serving as community hubs and sources of needed aid, most notably through food assistance when public school lunches may be the only regular meal some children will get. Educating our children is the biggest responsibility that we can entrust in our state and local governments. Nevertheless, Oklahoma has struggled to find funding for these education purposes, to meet higher education, to meet all the needs for the kids, so that they have access to quality education, and for our state to have a highly skilled workforce. Funding education is important because it has a significant impact on individual and societal development. Education is a foundation of a prosperous and progressive society, and investing in education yields long-term results that extend way beyond the individual to the community. I'd like to talk to you guys today about what we can do to help make sure we as parents and active citizens have a say in how our children's education can be enhanced. What we'll go over today are the many factors that contribute to the educational problem, and one that is how we pay our teachers. According to a study done from the OK Policy, Oklahoma, average 2016 teacher compensation was $45,276, ranking us lower than all but 2 states. That's pretty embarrassing to say the least, and I think we as parents and citizens can change our spots there. According to a study published by the USnews.com, Oklahoma allocated less than 3% of their GDP towards public education, compared to Vermont, who allocated 7%. While Vermont has a proven educational program, those are the types of programs that we need to be mimicking so that we can yield the results that we're looking for. We have to speak up and have a voice in our future to change our spots on the education playing field. There are platforms that allow you to speak your mind and get your voice heard. Oklahoma Policy Board Chair Dr. Joe Ciano said this: "The results of our listening sessions this summer were clear. There's far more that Oklahoma's elected officials and policymakers can be doing to help make sure that our elected officials and policymakers remove the obstacles that keep Oklahomans from living well and reaching their full potential. By making better policy choices, our state can strengthen state revenue, better support public services, level the playing field along racial and economic lines, and make meaningful investments in our state's future success." There are several ways that we can have an active role in educational policy that affects our state. The first thing is contact your elected representatives, reach out to your state legislators, members of the State Board of Education, and other policymakers who are responsible for education policy in our state. You can find that contact information on your state's official website. Write or call them to express your concerns and share your ideas. The second thing is attend public meetings. Attend public meetings where education policy is discussed and decisions are made. You can find information about these meetings on your state's official website or by contacting your local school board. Public meetings provide an opportunity for you to learn more about the issues and to voice your opinion. I'm sure you've seen in recent days and months that there's been a lot of parents that have voiced their concerns in public meetings. That is a good platform, a good way that we can get our voices heard. Number 3 would be join a parent-teacher association or PTA. Join your local PTA and become involved in their efforts to improve education in your state. The PTA is a grassroots organization that advocates for children and families in education policy. The fourth thing would be advocate for change. Write letters to the editors, to your local newspaper, or speak out at social media to raise awareness about the issues that we care about. You can organize a rally or protest to draw attention. It doesn't have to be nasty, but it's another way to get your voice out there and get it heard. And the last thing will be run for office. This might be the tougher of the 5, given that most of us have full-time jobs, but consider running for a local school board or other elected official where you can have a direct impact on the educational policy. By taking an active role in educational policy, you can help shape the future education in your state and ensure that all students have access to high-quality education. Overall, funding our education is a sound investment in the future. And as individuals in the society as a whole, by supporting policies that fund education, we can ensure that everyone has access to quality education. regardless of their socioeconomic status, and promote social and economic progress. This is a topic that's near and dear to me. I think that we can all relate that educational problems that we see are mounting, and we have to do something. We as citizens, we can make change. So I employ all of you to make this change with me. Thank you all for listening. Good day.